I really think I'm going to do it this time. I really think I'm going to throw those three out of the manor on their asses and send Pluto to... Don't tell me to calm down. I will calm down when there is a reason to be calm. But right now, there is only a reason to be absolutely furious at those three. You don't understand why I'm so upset? How can you not understand? Those three. I specifically told them to stay away from that damn feather. I told them, well, I couldn't exactly tell them what it really was, but I told them specifically that it might be contaminated with germs from a bird. And what do? They decide to drag it all over the manor, tickle both of us with it, and now... That bloody angel probably meant for this to happen. You know that, right? I know that they didn't mean for this to happen. But those three are always disobeying orders. Or worse, they attempt to obey my orders and they end up nearly burning everything to the ground again. I know it could be worse. After all, tickling us with that feather could have damn well killed us, but that's even more reason for them to have avoided doing that at all costs. I know that, without knowing what it really was from, they couldn't have possibly seen this coming. Unfortunately, though, that leaves us in a rather difficult position, don't you think? How so? How so? I'm going to pretend that you're simply in a state of shock so you can't think clearly. Is that all right? Good. How we are in trouble, that, I think at least, is rather obvious, but then again, I do worry about this sort of thing rather often, considering the nature of Sebastian's activities. They're already suspicious of him. They have no idea how he manages to do things so quickly and so perfectly. If they know about this... No, they can't. We can't allow them to find out about this, which means that until we find a way to somehow reverse the effects of whatever magic was on that feather, we need to pretend to be each other. Which means you need to pretend to be me, and I need to pretend to be you. Which, honestly, might be a bit difficult considering our voices are still the same. I don't doubt that Sebastian could find a way to get us out of this situation rather quickly. However, that is assuming that there's even a way for us to change back. Look, I don't mean to always be so negative and pessimistic, but we need to look at the situation realistically. Realistically, there might not be a way for us to change back, which means we'd be stuck living as each other for, well, alright, for me it wouldn't be very long, but for you, it would be the rest of your life. And I don't know about you, but I'd prefer to not spend the rest of my already very short and, let's face it, unpleasant life pretending to be a girl. Yes, I can manage it for a short period of time, but after a while it begins to become irritating. Especially considering what happened the last time I pretended to be a girl. You haven't heard that story? Oh, well, it's wonderful. While attempting to capture Jack the Ripper, we had to discover his identity. We went to the Viscount Druid's house, and I was dressed as a girl, so that he would hopefully try to murder me. Instead, he knocked me unconscious and attempted to sell me. I wish I was joking. And the worst part is everything that came before that. He kept flirting with me, despite knowing that I was only a child. Yes, suffice to say I'd rather not have to pretend to be a girl again. How do I think you feel? Well, I'd imagine you feel rather similarly to the way I do. Is that correct? Partially. Why do you say that? Oh. Oh dear. I didn't even think about that. Damn it. Damn it! You're right. It isn't an issue for me, so of course I wouldn't think about it immediately. I don't know what we're going to do about your family. After all, if we have to pretend to be each other for a long time, I'm going to be stuck around them, and you'll be stuck here with a demon and 3 completely incompetent servants, and one that runs out of steam quite easily and deflates to a smaller version of himself. That is not going to go well, is it? I know, we really need to figure out a way to reverse the effects. I suppose we could attempt to use the feather to reverse this, but is it really worth the risk? No, I don't mean it that way. I don't mean that it isn't worth it to attempt to fix this. Obviously, I want to get out of your body as soon as possible. Let's just say I am so grateful that Grell isn't around to make a joke about that. What I mean is, we don't know what kind of magic that angel possesses. If even a small amount is caught in that feather, we have no way of knowing whether or not it will do something worse to us. Like what? Like perhaps removing our souls from our bodies entirely and forcing us to live the rest of our lives essentially as ghosts. Yes, that would be worse. After all, if your body doesn't have a soul in it, it won't continue living. Or at least, if it does, it will be a soulless husk that does absolutely nothing. Exactly. Which means it can't take care of itself, which means after a while it does die and it starts to rot, so we'd really be screwed, wouldn't we? You think it's worth a shot? Alright, fine. But first we need to find it. Did you happen to take it with you? What I mean is, I remember something happening before the switch. I remember I grabbed the feather away from Mei Rin and I think I put it either on my desk or in my pocket. Please tell me it is on is it your or my person in this case? Alright, see if it's still in my pocket. Well, thank bloody goodness. Alright, now, I suppose we got into this mess by being touched with the feather. Let's see if that works. No, you are not going to tickle me. Just brush the feather against my cheek, alright? Because I'm not in the mood for being tickled right now. Fine, do what you must. Alright, that's enough. Now, hand it to me. Hopefully, this should work. Would you stop laughing? It sounds so strange coming from my mouth. Wait, do you feel that? Something is happening. You feel it too? Let's hope that you didn't just... I don't think it worked. Please tell me that that sound is not coming out of my mouth. You've got to be joking. You have got to be joking. Well, it seems that we've simply made the situation somewhat worse for ourselves. Wait a moment. Talk again. You have my voice. Oh, damn it. No shit. Yes, this will make it easier for us to pretend to be each other. But I don't want to be even girlier than I already am. No, I don't have an issue with you being as girly as you usually are, but I, on the other hand, I prefer to be myself and not sound like... well, yes, like you, but I'd rather sound like myself. You understand that, right? No, I am not trying to insult you. I am saying that I don't want to be even less myself than I already was. But now, I look and sound like someone completely different. I have lost enough of myself already. I don't wish to lose any more. All right? Especially not to a damn feather. Now just give me a moment to try to think about this. I just need a minute to think. And hopefully I can come up with something that won't involve us being like this forever. Because let's face it, if we admit to your family what's going on, they'll either be scared half to death, be targeted by the angel herself, or they'll have us locked away thinking that we've lost our minds, and then we'll be stuck like this forever, and we won't be able to talk to your family or our friends ever again. All right, thank you. Let's try to think, okay? Maybe if we work together, we can... Young master, a letter has just arrived for... What exactly am I looking at?